Though he couldn't buy a hit just a few years earlier, Willie Nelson commanded a juggernaut in the mid-1970s. The Red-Headed Stranger album had succeeded against the accepted logic, and Willie's penchant for the unusual was widely embraced by the general public. His long hair, bandana, and earring would hardly have been accepted from a more traditional figure. But Willie did things his own way, and that in itself engendered a certain amount of respect. The series of hits that he made with Waylon Jennings further enhanced that reputation, branding Nelson with an outlaw label. As they had with Red-Headed Stranger, the executives at Columbia Records resisted Willie's 1978 concept, Stardust, an album with 10 of his all-time favorite songs, most of which were written before 1950. The label felt he should come up with new material, but Willie thought his idea was a perfect way to create an even larger audience. His younger fans would treat them like they were new songs, while older listeners would appreciate hearing some of their longtime favorites. Willie recorded the title track first, Hoagy Carmichael's Stardust. Then he added Carmichael's Georgia on My Mind, written and recorded by Hoagy in 1930. Frankie Trumbauer covered the song the following year and sent it to a high position on the pop chart for the first time, reaching number 10. Ray Charles gave Georgia on My Mind a new reading in 1960, and his record went all the way to number 1. Nelson's 1978 version generated a revived interest in Carmichael, who also wrote other pop standards such as Heart and Soul, Old Buttermilk Sky, and I Get Along Without You Very Well, among others. A former law student, Hoagy died on December 27, 1981. Georgia on My Mind yielded Willie's 5th number 1 single on June 10, 1978, and secured a Grammy Award for him on March 15, 1979. Nelson's rendition had triggered renewed interest in the old classic, and shortly after his version became a big hit, a campaign was launched to get Georgia on My Mind designated as the official state song of Georgia, not by any particular artist, even though Georgia native Ray Charles performed his 1960 version live before the General Assembly of the Georgia State Legislature in order to persuade the lawmakers. In 1979, the song was so designated, and Hoagy Carmichael lived to see it. CBS TV's Designing Women, set in Atlanta, even used Georgia on My Mind as its theme song. Willie Nelson has since released 3 more standard-packed collections, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Without a Song, and What a Wonderful World. He explained his fascination with the pop classics to USA Today's David Zimmerman. He said, "All of us songwriters try to compose songs of this same caliber, but it's difficult if not impossible to do. It's amazing how strong the lyrics and melodies are, and how many millions of people are affected by them." Nelson's Stardust album was a mainstay on the Billboard Country Album Chart for an incredible 540 weeks, well over 10 years. It received a quintuple platinum certification from NARAS in 2002, meaning sales of over 5 million units, and the album was recently inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame's Class of 2015.